back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So this is the Essential Book of Chakras, Balance Your Vital Energies by Julian Flanders. So this little book was picked by my husband and there was nothing on the back, so I wasn't sure what exactly I was getting into, but I was very pleasantly surprised by this one. So this little book is a kind of introduction to the chakras. It talks a little bit about, you know, the background context for what the chakras are, and then it goes over each one individually. It explains the symbols associated, and then just kind of the usual little like, what is it and what to do about it. And then every single one has 2 meditations for you to do. In the third and final part of this book, it goes over kind of some random stuff, like some yoga poses for each one and like foods associated. So just like overall like a really good introduction to the chakras. It's not overly like intense to be like, you know, some of the chakra books I grab are like, oh, this is easy. This is not intimidating to begin your journey. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. I was genuinely pleasantly surprised. Like, I really didn't think I was gonna like this book, but I ended up really liking it. So this, as I mentioned, is one that my husband had picked out. We went to the library. I released him. Whenever I do that, he picks random books. He picked this one, and not having anything on the back is always a little bit like, why is there nothing? But I actually was very impressed. So this book is definitely way more digestible of information on the chakras, but not in a bad way. Like, it's not like too overly simplified, which some books do, but at the same time, like, it isn't so overwhelming that you're like, oh my god, like there's no way I could know everything. And some of these, like, there's one that I have rechecked out multiple times and I still haven't gotten through it because it's such a big book, by Cindy Dale, I think it was, that has like the advanced chakra healing book, and it's like a literal textbook. It is so massive and I can't bother. I got it's a next year project. It's such a big book. It's gonna take me forever and I just need to dedicate a lot of time to get through that book. And so, like, if you're like me and sometimes bigger books overwhelm you, this is fantastic. I also really loved that like there was like the yoga positions to do, so that you could like kind of create like a little routine of sorts to do daily. Because like I kind of thought about it, I'm like, you know, if you spent about 60 seconds per pose, like deep breathing, but also like counting, or if you had a clock, like a real clock that's like gonna tick in the background to keep track, to do that for each of the poses, that would be a really good, like, quick little yoga position thing to do, practice thing, to like either kickstart or end or both for your day. And I thought that was really interesting. Same with the foods. I thought that was really cool to include as well if you want to incorporate different foods. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun to do the chakras for each day of the week and then theme your food around that. I think that'd be kind of fun if you wanted to really up the magic of your life. It would be a little challenging, but it would be a fun challenge nonetheless. Even if you just picked like one meal, like your dinner or something, to be themed for each chakra, I think that would be kind of fun. And it gives you ideas because it tells you about different foods. Now, the reason that this is not a 5 star is that I was like enjoying this book, tootling along like, cool, yeah, this is awesome. And then you're just at the index. Why do you not give me a conclusion? Just like wrap the present with a little pretty bow at the end, because like, why do you not conclude your book? It's so like, it just like halts you because you're just like tootling along and you're like, there's more pages, cool, getting close to the end, you're there. Don't love that. Just like quick, like paragraph or 2 of just like, okay, bye. It would be so nice. The other thing is that there is no sources, and I don't love that. I want to know where you get your information from, because again, there's a recent book that talked about Wikipedia as like their main sources, and you're like, oh no, because it can easily be edited and changed, and you know, so like, where did you get your information? Are you just getting it from Wikipedia? Because like, I can get, you know, sometimes you can't find information, that's the only place, but also like, you gotta try, you know, at least a little bit. Let me know roughly where you're getting your information, but there's nothing. So that kind of dinged this a little bit for me. But yeah, overall, really loved it. So I would recommend this if you are a beginner or you just need a refresh on the chakras. Sometimes, even if you've learned about them before and you just really haven't done a lot with it, it's nice to have a quick like refresh of like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Yes, this is a great little snippety thing. Or if you're a beginner, this is a good place to get like a rough idea of like everything. really just a good resource. I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me, get access to exclusive content. On Tuesdays, I have exclusive book talks. On Thursdays is when I do my audiobook. And on Saturdays is when I talk about what I'm doing in my craft. So if you would like to check it out, it is always linked down below. Meanwhile, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that we appease the algorithm gods so that you never miss an upload from me. And until next time, blessed be.